Hey, what's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBit Solutions. I hope that you guys are all having an amazing Sunday, and welcome to our Sunday Stock Talk. If you guys have never tuned on in for the live stream, this is pretty much where we come together on a weekly basis at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and where I talk about the top stocks that you all see value in. So I appreciate you guys tuning on in. We like to keep things pretty simple here. So if you're tuning on in, please, if it doesn't cost you too much, make sure you drop a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. I upload new videos every single day, and I'm going to be breaking down whatever stock it is that you see value in. All I ask you to do is to post it in the ticker call out format, just like Jesse did right now, where you at least break down what stock it is, support, resistance, desired entry, exit it, and then why you see value in it. So this will give me a better understanding to ensure that you've dedicated time to plan out this trade. And at the end of the day, that's all we want from you, right? To implement some form of structure. So we're going to start off with ticker symbol X from Jesse, which is, if I'm not mistaken, a steel company. So United States Steel Corp. There's three main things that I personally like to focus on. The first one is I like to focus on stocks that are bullish, right? That they have a previous track record of making higher highs and higher lows. Like we've said before, it's difficult enough to make money in the market. It's even more difficult when the overall direction's in your when the overall direction is against you, right? When something is consistently selling off, trying to buy the lows and sell the highs on that just become a little bit more complicated. When it comes down to ticker symbol X, as of right now, it looks very overbought. It looks like it has pullback potential. I see why you're paying attention to it, as it recently came from a bullish pattern. It hit 180-day highs at $25.97. We pulled on back to the EMA line. We pulled on to highs of around $24, and we pulled on back right away. So one of the things that I would personally like to either look forward to is get this thing to pull back to the SMA line, so at least it's somewhat of a good deal, which is one of the other criteria that I personally like to look forward to. And then the last thing is to make sure that, again, that overall direction is in our favor, and that's normally when we're making higher highs and higher lows above the EMA line. So again, a very simple question that a lot of people like to ask is, when does it make the most sense to buy a stock? When the overall direction is in your favor, when there's a consistent pattern, and of course a good deal, right? So when there's a lot of consolidation like this, right, where it's making the highs, the lows, the highs, the lows, the highs, the lows, the highs, the lows, I mean, it becomes a little choppy in that sense. But when we break above the EMA line and begin to show signs of a consistent uptrend, and it's holding above the EMA line, we're at least showing signs of, again, it being bullish. So right now, just because of how overbought it is, I would set my alert for the break below the previous support level. And if it does become oversold enough, then maybe that's when we can follow up with it, so the margin is a little bit more worth it, right around that $19 price point, based off previous highs with a very common resistance right around $25, which offers around 32% potential for profit. So, but again, like we know, it doesn't have to pull all the way back. It could easily begin to indicate signs of an uptrend, so I'm going to set my alert for the break above $24. I wanted to take some time and say what's up to everyone that's tuning on in. So hey, this is pre-recorded. You're at Trader Joe's. What's it called? Knew what it was that you were going to say beforehand, and that's why I pre-recorded this. So I don't know what the whole point of saying that is. What's going on, Jack? What's going on, my guy? Hope you're doing well, man. So I love seeing that you're still killing it. So what's going on, Josh, Christy, Caleb, Matthew, Wyatt? What's up? What's up? How you doing, Aiden? I like it. So Tesla buys 600 shares to 4,000. So what's going on, Jamal? How you doing? So there's pretty good news over the weekend based off of Kathy Wood's. My understanding was that she has a new price target of $3,000 a share for Tesla, and this was just announced over the weekend, which should act as a positive catalyst. Obviously, Kathy Woods is super bullish on Tesla. I think 10% of ARK investments is what's invested in Tesla. around 10% if I'm not mistaken. So I'm very excited to follow up with it and see if it actually begins to indicate signs of an uptrend, and see if we can break above that $700 resistance level. So I'm pumped on that, but only time will tell, and we'll have to see how the market opens tomorrow. So, all right. So how long does it take to learn how to trade? What's going on, Marcus? Well, just like anything, right? So like how long does it take you to become a successful real estate agent or a successful real estate investor? Anyone can take the test, anyone can become an agent, but how do you become a successful real estate agent, right? You dedicate time, you practice, and over time you build a consistent, just with structure and a track record of experience and just the overall confidence and understanding of what it is that you're doing. That can eventually lead you to becoming a successful real estate agent. But does everyone become a successful real estate agent? Of course not, right? There's people that are successful or not successful in every single different market. So please make sure, one of the things that I always try to encourage you to do is, if you're trying to jump into trading, if you're trying to jump into the stock market, you can literally get started for free. There's a bunch of free videos on YouTube. I have over 2,000 videos on YouTube, and I'm just one of many YouTube channels. I always love encouraging you to watch other people, and you can start with a paper trading account. It's free. You can test everything that you learn. You don't need a course, right? Obviously, we offer our live trading sessions, but is it something that you need? No, I mean, if you don't see value in it, we're never here to try to convince you that, like, oh my God, you need to sign up. When do you ever hear me speak like that, right? I'm super open with the idea that if you see value in us, great. We'd love to work with you. If you don't, or you think that you want to approach this on your own, 100%, why not give it a shot? Practice, test things out through trial and error. If you're having difficulty overcoming those hesitations, then that's where we can be there of assistance, right? Just answering those very common FAQs and assisting you throughout that process. But is it something that you need? No, and I've always said that from the very beginning. So just make sure that if you are interested in learning how to trade, take time to actually learn and not so much obsess about making money. It takes time. So what do you think about Forex? I think Forex is great. I think when there's an exchange being done, or a transaction happening, of course, anyone can make money doing anything, right? The question is that market ideal for you? Learn more about it, make a more informed decision when you begin to learn more about it, and ask yourself, do I want to invest in the crypto market? Do I want to invest in the stock market? Do I want to invest in the Forex market? I'm never here to try to convince you that one market is better than the other. That's so closed-minded for anyone to say. So hey Ricky, please block this imposter review. I've already reported the channel on YouTube. I know there's so many fake YouTube channels of me that will comment on my video pretending, so just a heads up, pretending through like a WhatsApp, an account manager. You guys should all know, first off, I don't have a WhatsApp. I never message you first. I'm just being completely honest. It's if my comment does not have a verified check mark, it's not me. So are you still on your Tesla position, open on your Tesla position? Yeah, Dayton, I am. I'm more heavily invested now in my Tesla position. I bought more on Friday. I bought, what was it, $500,000 more. I believe I have about 1.4 to 1.6 million in Tesla right now. So I appreciate you asking me. I'm pretty sure I explained that. I explained that I was down originally on my Tesla position, but then closed it in the green. So don't forget to give respect to your mentors and to peers. Give respect where respect is due. I like that. So let's see. So this is the part that I generally don't understand. So the question of like, hey guys, my name is Ricky, and I only do these streams as a sales pitch for girls. Like, what's the purpose of? I've clearly explained. You don't need my course, right? And people are so salty. You ever see that? Like, people are so salty, where they love to pick in areas where, like, how sad does your life have to be to dedicate and invest so much time to try to bring down others by comments, right? It's like, I can't imagine myself ever being in a position where I look at myself in the mirror and I'm just like, I'm just that much of a POS, right? That I have to go and comment on other people's YouTube channels. It's like, if you don't like it, don't watch. How simple is life when you approach it in a positive way? It's so mind-boggling. But let's go ahead and get back to it. So we got ticker symbol EXPI. So don't forget to drop a thumbs up if you guys agree. So EXPI. So we got very consistent, overall very bullish. $90 a share was where it hit 180-day highs. Pulled on back below the SMA line, and let's go ahead and set the alert for the break above the SMA line, the break above the EMA line. As of right now, it's getting rejected. Last time it did get rejected as well. So from here to the SMA line, just take that into consideration. That's about 13%, but the overall goal is really the big picture of previous highs, which is conservatively at $80 a share. Obviously, 90 is the goal to work towards, but even at $80 a share, that's 55% growth potential if it were to make a reversal. My biggest focus right now is making sure that that overall direction is in your favor. So set that alert, follow up with it when it makes sense and when that direction is in your favor. You don't have to buy now. You don't even have to buy before the SMA line. Why not buy when you have confidence in that overall direction? So we can follow up with that. Alrighty. Oh, this is one I want to talk about. PLTR. This is Palantir on the 180-day chart. Very oversold. A lot of consolidation around this general $20 to $25 general support area. We're not really, is this the best buy right now? Is this something that's super bullish? No, it was something that was bullish before. It previously hit highs of $45. So from where we're at right now, I definitely see why you're paying attention to it. Nearly offers over 80% growth potential. All I want to remind you is that the overall direction is not really in your favor. It's not really indicating signs of an uptrend. It's just one that I would personally watch right now. So I'm going to set my alert for the break above the EMA line and as well as the break above the SMA line to see if we actually begin to, experience indications of an overall uptrend. So, alrighty. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. So this is Justin Da Silva. What's going on, man? So XOM. Let's go ahead and break that one down for you. I appreciate you tuning on in, and hopefully we earn your thumbs up. I actually really like this one. So XOM, which is Exxon Mobil. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I actually just posted a blog that was written about Exxon Mobil, which is ticker symbol XOM, and the CEO. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys can swipe up. It's a pretty interesting article. Hit highs of $62. The stock price itself is very, very bullish. So you guys let me know, out of all the ones we've broken down so far, this is my favorite setup with the price level and previous resistance level and all that stuff. So from where we're at as of right now to previous highs, this isn't something that I expect to have huge potential or huge percentage growth. It's about 10%, but again, very consistent, very bullish. It tends to hold above the SMA line. It tends to bounce off the SMA line, but it doesn't always have to, right? So let's go ahead and make sure that we set our alerts for the break below the EMA line and also the break above the EMA line. Also going to set an alert if we ever break above 180-day highs. So I really appreciate you sharing that one with us, Justin. So we got QCOM. So we got ticker symbol QCOM. It was super bullish ever since its earnings. It broke below the SMA line, which broke its overall bullish pattern above the SMA line. So just make sure you take that into consideration. It's one that I've personally been watching and taking part of as well. I am telling you this as someone that's invested in QCOM right now. You're not really missing out on much. And it's been making lower lows, lower highs. I've been trying to have a healthy position size on it, but it's not anything crazy. It's not really indicating signs of an uptrend just yet. So because of that, I wouldn't be so eager to buy in right now when direction is not in your favor. And again, I'm telling you this as someone that's invested. It's, what's the best stock to buy right now? This for the past month and a half has been either bearish or a lot of consolidation. So because of that, I don't find it to be the best deal, but it does have huge growth potential if it were to make a recovery, which is why I'm still holding it. Offers about 27%. So I just want to make sure that you are aware of that. So that was our fifth one that we broke down. Let's we already actually we actually broke down Palantir already. Palantir. So just a heads up on that. Let's see. I'm trying to read all of them, so. Alrighty. Let's see. Ticker symbol, Workhorse. What's going on, Ivan? Hope you're doing good. There's my favorite comments. I know, thank you. You just want us to read the article so you can later flex how much traffic you can send to your friend's website. 100%. What's the reason of doing anything, right? It's to provide value for other people and effort in return to gain traffic. And luckily, with 180,000 followers on YouTube and or 180,000 followers on Instagram, and nearly 1 million on YouTube, you are correct. Our intention is always to do well in anything that we put our minds to. So if that bothers you, then you can walk outside, find the biggest rock, and go kick it, because that's how much it matters. So we got ticker symbol Workhorse. Workhorse is super oversold. In my personal opinion, this was a super hyped up stock. Very, very oversold ever since its earnings, and it's been struggling ever since. So it's losing its hype, it's losing its momentum. Hit 180-day lows already at $11 and $11.87. So just make sure you take that into consideration, and I'm going to set an alert for the break below. So a lot of consolidation right now. If you see value in it for the potential of reversal, that's up to you. From where we're at right now, if it were to make a reversal, that does offer 150% potential. Again, I'm just here to talk about it. If you see value in it, that's up to you. I would just be very, very selective with something that aggressively sold off and thinking that it has to recover. It does not have to recover. It can easily continue to sell back off, which is, again, a very common mispractice from people where they think that they can just buy the dip and it has to recover. If you want to put a certain dollar amount in case it does recover, that's up to you, but just make sure you stay well balanced, that in case it does go south, you can easily manage your risk. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Did anyone find my Kick Rocks joke to be funny? No? Here we go. Moving on to the next one. What's going on, Corey? We got JMIA. Here we go. Alrighty, so JMIA. So it looks like /NQ just broke above. Yeah, that's actually a really good sign. So /NQ. Looks like it's going to be a green start to the week if the price holds. Look at that. Overall market, futures market is up 0.5%, which is great for tech. Look at that. We're testing the potential reversal for the break above the EMA line. This is a step in the right direction, especially if you're bullish on tech. So I'm very excited for tomorrow. We'll see if we can break another 6 figures tomorrow and ride back the recovery, as of course I was down on my Tesla position just on Friday, but I bought more shares, so in case if we do see a push, I can seek the benefit. So here it goes. JMIA overall, previously very, very bullish on the 180-day chart. It broke below the SMA line, and like you guys can see, what used to act as a support level for the SMA line is now acting as a resistance level, and we're selling off right now. It's not above the EMA line. It can easily continue to sell back off, so I'm going to set an alert as we approach previous lows, and we can move on from there. So from where we're at right now at around $40 a share to previous highs, this thing offers nearly a 70% potential for a recovery. So I see why you're paying attention to it. Just know that it is bearish right now, and we are struggling to hold above the SMA line, which is not in your favor. So especially if you're trying to go long on it. All right. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. So we got ticker symbol FANG. What's going on, Wendy? So here it goes. This is pretty solid. So overall was previously bullish, higher highs, higher lows, 180-day highs at $88.75, pulled on back, very consistent overall pattern, holding above the SMA line, and now we wait for a potential reversal. This isn't something that offers crazy percentage return, but it's consistent, and it was previously bullish, and it's still not bad, 16%. So I appreciate you sharing this one with us. It can still pull on back to the SMA line, and you can break below it. Patterns tend to repeat themselves. They don't always have to, so just make sure you're aware of that. So congrats on that. Let's go ahead and do 2 more. You guys want to do 2 more, and then we can go from there. So Ricky, I'm probably one of your oldest fans, 55 here, and I have a lot of respect for you and everything that you do for us. Please ignore the ignorant and keep doing it. Of course, no, I find it funny, but obviously, as long as the good outweighs the bad, that's what it's all about. So I definitely appreciate that, and you're definitely one of the many reasons that I love what it is that we do every single day in waking up every morning for our live trading sessions or doing these Sunday stock talks for our team. So alrighty, let's go ahead and do this one. So we got Nelson with ticker symbol Walmart. So WMT. So just make sure if you see value in this, you can add it to your watch list. This is one thing that I feel like not enough people are talking about. This is Walmart, right? So huge corporation, right? One of the most valuable companies, especially retail companies in the world. Was previously super bullish, and it's been struggling for the past couple of weeks or past couple of months. And from this isn't much of a trade that I would approach it with, but more of a long-term investment. And from where we're at as of right now to previous 180-day highs, which it wouldn't really surprise me if it does make a recovery, this is something that, again, it's not super lucrative, it's not super attractive, it's not a crazy hyped up stock, it's just a quality company at a cheap price right now. I just wanted to talk about it. I appreciate you sharing this one with me, and this isn't something that where, again, it's going to see 50% returns or have crazy days. It's just consistent. It's a decent price based off of previous price levels, and I'm super excited to follow up with it. So I just want to make sure that it's great with all the hype stocks and stuff like that we cover it, but I just want to make sure that we do our part in talking about stocks that are worth talking about. What's going on, Miguel? Welcome to the team. So here we go. So we got John Harris. What's going on, my guys? So ticker symbol BA. So BA, this is Boeing Boeing in general, Boeing Corporation, very overbought. Aviation, I actually have a whole watch list for that. So we got JetBlue, very overbought. Hawaiian Airlines, very overbought. American Airlines, very overbought. Love Airlines, very overbought. So it's been very bullish, but also very overbought. So just make sure you take that into consideration that airlines have been doing exceptionally well for the past month. So now they've pushed up a lot. It doesn't mean that they have to stop. Just make sure you take into consideration that it wouldn't be the biggest surprise if they correct themselves in some form of way. Remember when this thing was at 141, right? 141 to where it's at as of right now, nearly or over 80% return. Now we have some pullback potential. So it's not the best deal. It is bullish, and it has been very consistent, but I think it's overbought enough that it's definitely overdue for a pullback. So I would just be very, very careful with your position size at these levels. But I'm excited to follow up and see if it continues to get better for the airline industry. Let's go ahead and break down. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go ahead and break down 1 or 2 more, and we can go from there. Yeah. So let's see. Let's do it here. So all right. TAP. Nice. Ticker symbol TAP. On the 180-day chart, you can see that it hit overall highs of $56.10. We saw a really nice pullback at $46, and it's been trying to make higher highs ever since. So, so this is Molson Coors Beverage. It's been recovering ever since. So from where we're at right now, I definitely see why you're paying attention to it. 14% potential for an overall recovery. As long as it stays true to this pattern where it's holding above the EMA line, it has a couple pullbacks, but it's making higher highs and higher lows. That's a healthy indication of an uptrend. So as long as it stays true to that, I see why you either have an open position or you begin to average up into it. So that's super exciting. Let's see. move on to the next one. We got ticker symbol CCIV. So CCIV is or was a very popular one, but then it dropped from like $50 or $60 all the way down to sub 30. A lot of consolidation right now, right around the 125, 130 area. This thing is not bullish right now. It's not indicating signs of an uptrend. It's very oversold. So if you want to put money in it, just in case it goes up, that's up to you. But you're not missing out on anything. It's losing its hype. It's losing its demand, its momentum. It's everything that it had before of, being the next Tesla, as they love to, refer themselves to. I would set my alerts, follow up with it when it makes sense. You're not missing out on anything by buying right now, especially when the overall direction is not in your favor. I'm going to do one more, and then we can go from there. How does that sound? So we got ticker symbol BQ. I appreciate that. Ticker symbol BQ. So thank you for tuning on in and for posting that in the ticker call out format. So with ticker symbol BQ, overall on the 180-day chart, $13.56. It's been selling off ever since. So a very simple question to ask yourself when you analyze these stocks on the big picture is, what makes it different 1 week ago from buying now and a week ago? It's been consolidating. This thing isn't indicating signs of an uptrend. It's not going, not selling off. So you're like, okay, so why shouldn't I buy it? Well, why should you? Why should it earn, your money that you want to, where you're trying to decide what stocks do I want to invest in? This thing isn't showing any indication of growth. The whole intention of you investing or you trading is to invest in stocks that show signs of growth. And if it's as simple as setting an alert, and maybe when it breaks above the EMA line or breaks above, previous resistance levels and it begins to indicate signs of an uptrend, then there's at least the reason. But as of right now, with all this consolidation and it previously being so bearish, I don't feel like you're missing out on anything by not buying right now. And it looks like it has super low volume. So if you go on the 1 day, 1 minute chart, you can tell that the volume is super, super low, which is one of the things that I personally am not the biggest fan of. So that's just my 2 cents right now. /NQ on the 180-day chart, just so you guys can see, we're looking pretty good right now. And I'm pumped. We'll see if we actually break above 13,000 a share when it comes down to /NQ by market open. So just make sure you guys set your alerts and we can go from there. So of course, so I like it. Is there any last questions that I can answer for you guys? So be honest enough to admit that you've made money off of, I don't think anyone questions that I've made money off of a course. I don't think that's a question. I think it's I have nearly 1 million on YouTube. You guys can do simple math of, people obviously see value in what it is that I do. And yeah, of course, I've made money off of, while I'm at it, we dropped our apparel line, the latest collection, and it's sold out. The hoodies sold out within the first day. So I think actually small, we only have one more size small. Everything else from the extra large, everything's sold out. So if you guys like the Miami Heats, it's kind of inspired with those colors. We got the scallop tee, they're $19. And then of course we got the jersey, but everything off of the Shop TechBud site, whenever it is that if you guys do want to partake in anything, we don't restock on our designs. We just make it for fun. If you guys like it, great. If not, then don't worry about it. But that's that third link in the description. And guess what? Of course, by selling something, we make money off of it. And I don't think anyone questions that, right? I think that's why they continue to watch the channel, because we do well in multiple different areas. Guess what? I own 2 car dealerships as well. We make money off of buying and selling cars. It's our business. Guess what? I've done over 40 deals in real estate in the past year and a half. And guess what? We make money off of that. I trade in the market, I do well. I go on YouTube, I do well. We own a couple car dealerships, we do well. Have apparel, we do well. I trade live every morning, we do well. And I think, that's why people are here. People are here because I do well. Surround yourself with people that inspire you. If you don't like it, don't watch. I'm not begging for your attention. That's simple. So, okay, that's funny. So I really do appreciate your guys' time. I wish you guys nothing but the best. I hope you guys can continue to do well in whatever market it is that you choose to partake in. If you guys see value in what it is that we do and you want to work with me on a closer basis, first thing I ask you to do is join our free Facebook group. It's the first link in the description. You guys can refresh this post, and whenever it is that you feel like you are ready, if you guys want to join our Learn Plan Profit team, that's that second link in the description. You can direct message me on Instagram, and I'll give you a discount. I'll give you a discount just to make sure you guys get the best deal, right? If you guys actually want to join us. No rush if you guys don't want to. We have free videos that we upload on YouTube every single day, but it's just if you want to be able to watch me trade live every day and work with me on a closer basis, yeah, I'd love to be able to work with you on a closer basis and make it happen. So I'll see you tomorrow at Market Open. Continue working hard, continue following dreams, let your passion be what drives your success. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it